Good afternoon, everybody. Today is Inauguration Day at United Lisbon International School. Hashtag Inauguration Day ULIS. And here I am with the head of the school, Dr. José Ascue, standing right outside one of our kindergarten classes, which already has kids across 8 different nationalities. I'm so proud of this. And, we did a little tour inside, and I hope you enjoy it. So see you a bit later. Welcome.
Welcome. That buildings are
heard. Yeah, I know.
The streets divide.
It's very complex.
One medal.
Fantastic. Sporting. Okay, thanks. So I felt to sponsor that, you know? Yeah. A franchise with Sporting here at United. Oh, wow. She was Portuguese champion, or that's a bit scary. If he does that, that's good. We are in trouble, you know. Go away from the traditional.
Just the classical, just football and basketball, just to do different.
So a very proud day to see you all here on the day of the inauguration. Thank you. Thank you. So who is who? You want to quickly, just the names.
I'm Gabriel.
Gabriel. Marco. Frederick. Duarte.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I'm Yannick.
Yannick. Nice to meet all of you. Hannah.
Unfortunately.
Everyone is attending this meeting?
Okay.
Yes.
Great. So see you upstairs.
Sim,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, this is Roman. The other member of the founding team, Roman Stern, Chichester. Okay. The student council. Teamwork wins. So thank you all for being here. See you in a bit. Sorry. We know how busy you are. Dr. José Ascue, the school.
Hello.
Fernando Medina, President Teresa Monteiro.
Nós vamos para.
Stuff on the ground, but we definitely
from the library you can see.
Yeah.
from the library. Yeah.
And here is just for the buses.
The first time, right?
Yes. No. Second time. So how many different nationalities? We have 20 plus nationalities. Yeah. So.
So, are you enjoying the school? Yeah. More or less. Eu estou a falar em inglês. Estou a falar em português.
I've been here a few months.
Few months?
Look at yeah. So every classroom has a Promethean screen like that, and early childhood. Yeah. So exciting.
Where is the daytime? So this is the exit way around.
Exit from the garage.
Year's time, I think we have here a nice neighbor.
It would give a very good spot for villages, huh?
Yeah, I tried.
Yes.
So, Jose, where would you like to go first?
Can you go first here?
And then
Yeah.
the art piece.
Go ahead.
So we have prepared for all ways very well. We work with the Portuguese company, however. American, but learning. Oh, fantastic. Yeah. So I'm glad. Yes.
Next difference.
Can we move?
Yeah, we can.
How are you, Mr. President? Mayor of Lisbon.
Very practical.
It is.
Yeah.
So we had our architects.
And you know, and it feels then higher.
It's very nice, these solutions on the
Yes.
ceiling.
So this
very
was-
easy now.
Yeah. inspired
It's
by...
less expensive and very practical.
It is.
Yeah.
So we had our architect, we worked,
Less often, you know.
yes, and we worked with the architect. It's good, yes, but it's been, has variety. And first meal of South America.
And developing this room is one of the jewels.
We make sure that they use that as a tool. It's part of the Microsoft 365 suite. A student can decide, I'm going to do a PowerPoint presentation for my end of year project, or I can do a Minecraft work. That's how we look at it.
I better reset this time. I did
yes.
last time.
Make sure we reset that.
Yeah, so no problem. So this is a Bebot, which teaches kids the basics of coding. And they have like, these parkours that they can do, for example.
So they can work on scale, they can work on directions, coordinates. The best part is that it works with instructions or combination of colors. We've been recreating like small live cities, for example, and for the younger students, it gives them that confidence of working with programming.
Fast, now it goes fast. That's
Yeah.
amazing, yeah.
Always try to find ways to combine these two worlds. Music and technology are they're connected in a very deep way. So my students always find it funny because I try to make the connect tools. And the other day, I was speaking with the music teacher and like, well, programming, coding, what can we do about it? This is the Sphere. It's a bit more advanced robot. We need to actually do block programming with it. There you go. After I connect it, it's got two rotors, right? The idea is that based on the rotation speed, it creates a buzz. And that buzz will create melody. So let's see if you recognize this one.
Oh.
So now they only need to go there, try to unconventionally do music notation, right? And it's this what makes sense, right? When you start combining areas that shouldn't be combined or nobody combined it before, that's where it's a Portuguese company, they did the best. Very easy for the students to manipulate. We've been working on this project. One of our first project was merchandising for the school. They will 3D design is done online. Everything is online tools. Very easy, safe. They just log in with the school's account. They drop in their. They learn how to cut and paste
The blocks.
the blocks. They learn how shapes are, what they do. They can build in Minecraft. We can export it and print it as well. You go from the physical to the digital and pack again all the time.
This is very useful.
This is
You
crazy.
can have one.
Because we always
And when they break toys,
Because you can print any Lego brick you want.
One of the rooms above, yeah. Ah,
the elevator, can you open the elevator?
helping us to meet. Out there, and this is future. So all of this is future. But these two will be renovation projects. New build, new build.
Two years ago, and George Sampaio was there 10 years ago.
You got the medal.
Or the
We met some years ago and about
It is a proud day for us to be having this inauguration of the United Lisbon International School. Given the circumstances against which we have opened, it can truly be said that we have opened against all odds. But we have 150 children in our community for the first academic year, with a large increase in further enrollments happening for the next academic year, 2021-2022. A big thank you to the architects, construction team, project management team, the legal people, and the Martinal, Chiado, and Cascais teams, who were at our side for the tough pre-opening period. A special mention of gratitude to Arquitecto Eduardo Capina Lopes, who took on this challenge of refurbishment with us. A special thank you to Dr. José Asque, our head of school, and the whole teaching faculty, as well as Teresa Montero, who's in charge of business affairs, and the whole business team. Thank you both. And without International School Services helping us with the startup and the first year of running so far, we would not have made it. We are proud of what is happening every day at our school, and we do not take this lightly. A warm thank you to all the teaching and business teams. Roman and I are full of gratitude. With a top-notch international curriculum in place for kindergarten up to grade 12, including Minecraft, and our enriching extracurricular program, which is growing every day, we are on the way to becoming the best international school in Portugal one day. I know it sounds ambitious, but we're on it. Now, why did we start this project? It actually had something to do with my pro bono work with the government's Foreign Direct Investment Task Force, Portugal in, Senior President, which started at the beginning of 2017, when there was a clear recognition that not having an international school in central Lisbon was a barrier to foreign direct investment for the area. And we are passionate about education. Education is the future, so it was a topic that we gravitated towards. Companies moving here with their executive teams, or startups starting up and growing in Lisbon, foreign families moving here on one of the resident programs that Portugal has, subsidiaries being started up here, the local Portuguese community who want to send their kids to an international school, embassy staff who want to live in central Lisbon, relocation of companies post-Brexit, and so on. Everything was actually reliant on having an international school close by. In fact, I don't know whether you remember, Senior President, our meeting for the lunch at Martin Chiado in Q1 of 2017, where we spoke about this, where you highlighted this as an important need for Lisbon, agreeing with this question that we had. What came initially as a weakness identified soon turned into a project, and destiny was at play. One day, out of the blue, we were presented with this building that was for sale. And it was a eureka moment for us, that we should look into doing this project and making it happen. And as with many things in life, I'm Indian, I can't help it, Kismet, also presented us with the neighboring industrial buildings to invest in as well. The idea of the United Lisbon Education Hub was born. An innovative ecosystem for lifelong learning came to be, where the United Lisbon International School would be the first anchor project. And I shall refer to various buildings on this board. You're all welcome to come and see it. We are in building A, if I'm not mistaken, right now, but you'll see buildings B for learning institutions, and warehouse C, which will have tech companies that will be part of our ecosystem and offer much to our community in terms of entrepreneurial lessons, internships, and shadowing projects. D will be for student accommodation and micro apartments, gelling the idea of a futuristic hybrid campus where online learning will be combined with a campus experience for university students. E will be a multi-purpose sports and entertainment hall and auditorium that will form part of the shared facilities, as the sports field will amongst this community. We already have our first tenant, the Atlantic Station by Atlantic Hub, represented here today by Mr. Eduardo Migliorelli. Thank you, Eduardo, for being part of this collaboration initiative. A landing pad for Brazilian companies wishing to locate their operations here or subsidiaries here, and even see Lisbon as a launch pad for the rest of the EU. We're very proud to be welcoming Atlantic Station here. Welcome, Eddie, to the ecosystem. There are learning institutions actually lining up with interest in taking spaces already in B. We're excited that we have submitted all planning documents to the CML and look forward to start construction works on the rest of the hub by the end of the year. I would like to thank the President, the Câmara Municipal de Lisboa, the Mayor of the City Hall of Lisbon, his own reinforcement of the need that we had identified. Thank you for that, because that's what actually propelled us forward. And his teams in the urban planning department for all their support over the last few years, 4 years, I know, it's interesting, since the birth of the idea to today in making this project a reality. Thank you. Without further ado, I shall now hand over to the esteemed Mayor Fernando Medina of the City Hall of Lisbon. Senhor Presidente da Câmara de Lisboa, Fernando Medina.
Building a community of teachers, of people engaged in a project and receive the first students. Making all of this is an amazing project. Making this in this time of pandemic, it's I don't know how to express, because it's so amazing what you made. Because when everything is so crazy on these times, nothing is regular. We don't know if a week we are closed, in the next week we are open, in the next week we have planes, in the other week we don't have planes. And navigating in these troubled waters and then making this here, it's such a great achievement. So congratulate you very, very deeply. It's one of the biggest projects that is being built in Lisbon, biggest in the sense of the importance and biggest in the sense of what it involves. It's not simply building a building, although building a building on these times is not as easy as that. But it's amazing to see a school that is born during this pandemic. It's quite amazing. So congratulate you, because it's rare to see, and it means a lot for us. And when we see the quickness that the integration occurred, we see the other face of that integration, that it's a school like this. It's asking, where are you from, to those kids? And they say, Mozambique, Brazil, China, and now 20, probably 30, 40, 50, 60 different nationalities in 1 year. They are going to be here. And that's the key mark of a cosmopolitan city. So the ability of creating here a project, and it was very good to hear about your ambition, about being the best. I think you are going to fight for that. And I'm very proud to be here when you win the title, to award you that, because I think that's the goal, to have the best school and the best international school. It would mean a lot for Lisbon. And I think the third and last word is that to thank you in the name of the city, because I recall that conversation that we had. I didn't recall that it was 4 years ago, but time goes flying. But really, when we think about the future of the city, and when we think about the process of integrating, of gradually improving the integration of the city in the global network of the global cities, clearly the availability of international schools, it was one of the major obstacles to the development of the process. Capital flows freely, tourism flows freely, information flows freely, but the ability of people to move and to have the key resources of international companies to come to Lisbon, it depends greatly, much more than tax rates, much more than other commodities, depends on the ability of people to develop their own life, raising kids with safety, with good education, good schools, sports facilities, the ability of a risk-free environment in many things. That's much more important than other contracts that people to sign. We just move to a place where our family is happy, is safe, can be educated. So this school allows us to grow much more in the future. And if this school is successful, it would help a lot Lisbon to be successful. We need this school. And we need this school to be successful. We need this school to grow. I hope that really soon we can go on the 300 students. All major capitals in the world of developed world, they are international services provider. And for us to be competitive in that area, and if we want that area to be reinforced with more weight, we need to have more resources that are skilled, not only that they know things, They know how to create, they know how to innovate, they have the attitude of innovate, and they are global. And for that, this school is going to be indispensable. And schools and projects like this are going to be a cornerstone of our process. So thank you very much for believing in the city 4 years ago, in believing our word about this project. And I think that quick, you have the enrollment list fulfilled and you can continue growing. It will be a measure of the success of Lisbon with you. Thank you very much.